Coming up, Our Lady of the Lake rolls out a new emergency system. This is how to join.
Plus, a new sports district could be coming to San Antonio. Lakefront News starts right now.
Thank you for joining us at Lakefront News. I'm Joaquin Lopez.
And I'm Ava Posada, first on Lakefront News. Toward the pursuit for a safer campus, Our Lady of the Lake has began transitioning to a new emergency system to notify students.
Lakefront reporter William Hall explains what OLLU thinks of this new system.
Within the next few weeks, the Our Lady of the Lake University will be transferring to a new system to allow the OLLU community to send urgent messages directly to the OLLU PD using their phone. Just like many universities around the United States, the Our Lady of the Lake University has a system in place to notify the OLLU community of any immediate threats on campus. Dr. Harrison Watts, the professor of business and administration at OLLU, assisted in the research to the call boxes used for emergencies now.
Problems with the call box is that a student or someone, a guest on campus, would have to go to that call box, push the button, and then wait there. So that could create a safety issue.
What a call box looks like. We have 3 on campus, but due to the new emergency system, if an emergency strikes, it's at the tip of your finger.
New system, you have a panic button on your phone, which then you get immediate assistance. You don't have to go anywhere. You can do it while you're running.
It's convenient. If we need anything at that moment, we'll have it right there at that moment. So it makes me feel safe.
All you have to do is download the InformaCast app and sign in on the app using your OLLU email credentials to have access to the panic button should you need it. Reporting for Lakefront News, I am William Hall.
Speaking of safety, San Antonio had a recent scare with a 12-year-old arrested for terroristic threats targeting local schools, with him being only 2 miles away from OLLU. Lakefront reporter Ava Posada reports with more.
That's right, just 2 miles away from us. How can Our Lady of the Lake University feel safe knowing occurrences like this happen on a daily basis? I spoke to students at OLLU about their thoughts on this situation. Parents, students, and staff are appalled of how easily it was for a 12-year-old to gain access to a gun like this. What makes you think that a student at OLLU or even somebody near here can't have access to a gun like that, knowing that this was just 2 miles away?
As safe as I feel here, there's always something small in the back of my mind telling me that there could be something going wrong. The campus itself is very safe, but the surrounding area has always been pretty sketchy to me. And so, you never know what you're going to get into traveling too far from the school.
It's just crazy to think that the threat was only 2 miles away, and we live here, we dine here, and just to know that it was 2 miles away after doing our own research, it's crazy to think about. But I know that the OLLU PD and the OLLU staff here have been doing their best to make sure that safety is one of their priorities here.
Students are in constant fear, wondering if they're going to be the next target. Stay safe, Saints, and remember, if you see something, say something. A couple of Our Lady of the Lake residents are speaking out about the challenges they face living on campus this semester. We spoke to some residents who say the stray cat population near Slater Apartments are leaving some of the PCs in the hallways and other parts of the living area.
I have to watch my step, I almost got some cat poop on the bottom of my house slippers. What are we supposed to do? It's a new turd every day. Not even every day, every couple hours.
Imagine making a payment in advance for your apartment at Our Lady of the Lake University, only to be informed 1 week before class starts that you can't move in.
Lakefront reporter Katika Ibik has the story on how these unexpected issues are impacting their living situations.
Being without an apartment is a challenge that 4 international students had to face this fall semester when they learned last minute that the apartments weren't ready to move in.
Renew the floor, renew the air filters. So I want to ask.
Our Lady of the Lake resident, Mary Peters, had actually unpacked and already moved into so-called unconditioned apartment before learning from her tennis teammate and planned roommate that she shouldn't be there. Ana Ocio is one of the teammates and planned roommates.
So instead of being together, that was the plan last semester, we told them, they just like split.
Ocio said she received this email from residents live stating the RLS was supposed to notify her that she should be relocated temporarily.
So they were not sure if I was gonna be able to be in the apartments because everything was full.
Ocio reported issue with her apartment back in June 2024 when she was informed just a day before her classes began that her move into temporary apartment would be just that, temporary. However, 5 weeks into fall semester, she and her roommates have still not been able to move into their apartment.
Just right now, it's like not like it's a little bit disappointing because I thought I was gonna live with my teammates, and I'm not. So it makes it a little bit different.
We have reached out and also visited Residents Live to ask for an update when will students be finally ready to be moved into their apartments, but we haven't received any response. Reporting for Lakefront News, I am Katica Ivić.
Our Lady of the Lake University hosted a watch party for the first 2024 presidential debate.
Lakefront reporter Ruben Garcia tells us what the OLLU community is feeling about the upcoming election.
I'm here at the Lady of the Lake Library where the presidential debate between Democratic candidate Kamala Harris and Republican candidate Donald Trump took place on September 10th. Organizers have said that this will be the first of many parties to be held. Our Lady of the Lake University was first to hold the presidential debate between the two candidates, and we got to see them face off.
Trump seemed really flustered throughout the debate, so that's kind of the big takeaway.
Chance Giuliano said that he feels Harris took the debate by a landslide.
I think Kamala Harris won pretty decisively.
The debate was held in Atlanta, Georgia at the Teachwood Turner CNN campus. The election itself will be held on November 5th, 2024. OLLU student Christopher Mendez says that he himself is more of a liberal and feels that Harris took the debate from the very beginning.
I think she handled herself very well, very professionally. I think she knew what she was doing. She definitely baited Donald Trump. On the other hand, Donald Trump seems to be very sophomoric in the way in his points. Yep, I do not trust.
The next watch party will be held on October 1st, 2024. This has been Ruben Garcia reporting for Our Lady of the Lake.
Did you know that more than 20,000 college students in America attempt to take their own life? Tragic, isn't it? September is Mental Health Awareness Month. 25% of college students know of someone who took their own life. Lakefront reporter Lilian Manzano reports with how to take care of yourself.
That's right. In a concerning trend, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that suicide has become one of the leading causes of death in the United States. Over recent years, the numbers have continued to rise, highlighting the urgent need for increased mental health support.
Talking about, when the beginning of the school year comes up, this is really stressful. What is it like to be away from home for the first time? What's it like to be around people that I really don't know when this is having a really big impact on me? It's okay that I don't take tests well and maybe I need some support around that.
I spoke to Our Lady of the Lake Counseling located here at the Walter Student Service Center in Suite 206, and they say mental health is nothing to ignore.
If you've noticed that somebody's been struggling and they're all of a sudden fine, because that's often an indicator that they've come to peace with a decision. to end their life.
Lady of the Lake University's Director of Counseling and Wellness Services, Karen Diermara, says there are a lot of misconceptions regarding when to reach out for mental health.
I go to the doctor and I get regular checkups. If something's going on and I think I have a sinus infection, I go to the doctor, and that's okay. This should be treated no differently than your physical health.
You can make an appointment for free counseling services on campus by simply walking in or emailing them. Student Ana Hinojosa says it is really worth stopping in if you are really going through something.
They can see them for free, weekly. We also have a virtual program that they can do too. That's VCG. They can talk to a therapist for free there as well.
This is a pivotal moment in time to take action and make a real difference. Whether it's reaching out to a friend, joining a support group, or simply being a compassionate listener, every small effort can be a lifeline of hope to someone struggling. Reporting for Lakefront News, I'm Lillian Monzon.
Having problems with health insurance? Some students think it may not be covering enough.
Lakefront reporter Leilani Barajas reports with more.
That's right. I spoke to some students at OLLU that say that student-offered health insurance simply doesn't help them cover medical expenses. One student I spoke to said she had to leave the country to get treatment.
The experience definitely wasn't as pleasant as I thought it would be. There was a lot of driving, crossing the border, the different environment, no one really speaking English, and just because we don't have a full insurance in our school.
She was recruited from Croatia, which she says makes it even more difficult to get health care as an international student.
I had to cross the border. I'm an international student, so crossing the border is not that easy for me. I had to go to an international office and get all the papers signed as if I'm going back to my country.
She says that student health insurance is very limited for international students.
We just don't have the full access to all the doctors, and whenever we have some kind of an emergency, it is not as helpful as we would think that it is. And we don't have no dental insurance whatsoever.
Ivik says no one was covering her procedure and the cost was too high on top of the already $2,000 she was paying per semester for the student health insurance.
And they were not covering anything whatsoever, and I had a bill that I was supposed to pay for like $4,000 or $5,000. I had no other choices. I had no other option but go to cross the border so I can do the procedure for way less, because for this amount of money I could go back to my country and do the procedure and come back.
She details that international students need to have the student insurance to attend OLLU, and that it's so much easier for students from the U.S. to get the proper coverage.
People who are from the United States of America, they don't necessarily have to have an insurance. They can have their parents' insurance, or I don't know how does the things actually go here, but school has to provide us with an insurance. And that is also in our plan, in our tuition.
Many will argue working out is important for our health, but knowing where to start might be tough.
There's a new program at Our Lady of the Lake that can help you take the small steps to working out. Lakefront reporter Anissa Serrano with more information.
That's right. There's a new program that both OLLU students and staff can look forward to. This new program is called Exercise is Medicine on Campus, or it's also known as EIMOC. Hear what our fellow saints have to say about the new program.
Goal is we want to make physical activity part of our campus culture here.
Kinesiology major Caitlin Olivas says that Exercise is Medicine on campus got started by the kinesiology department, including students like herself, and is open to the Our Lady of the Lake community. 2024 is the first year they brought this to the OLLU students.
Program that gets registered through the American College of Sports Medicine. Part of our team, we have to have an advisor, a healthcare professional, a health fitness professional, and then your student representatives, which is what I am.
OLLU student Aiden Lopez is interested in joining EIMOC.
Self-body improvement will be really good for not only OLLU, but the students as well.
Their first event will be held October 10th here at OLLU. It will be a field day. More details will be posted on their Instagram page or on flyers around campus, so make sure you keep an eye out. Also, make sure to follow their Instagram page, EIMOC_OLLU, for more information on following events. I'm Anicia Serrano with Lakefront Media.
A new sports district could be coming to San Antonio. Lakefront reporter Joshua Alacon talks to us about renovation project proposals and what we can expect.
San Antonio sports fans could have something to smile about, as an idea to open a new $3 to $4 billion sports facility downtown could take place. I spoke to our OLLU community who would like to see this idea take shape.
The people care about each other a lot more when they're playing sport. They're a lot more supportive, and they just generally overall love sport.
That was Our Lady of the Lake University student Ollie Hopper, who is an international student playing tennis for Our Lady of the Lake.
I think it's a good idea. It's going to bring so many people together to play sport, and they're going to have a good time, hopefully. I can't wait to go and see it.
I think any time that there's something being built in San Antonio that expands sports, I think it's good. You know, they have the Missions already and the Spurs, and I think the city's very deserving of more minor league, if not more pro teams.
Director Ryan O'Keefe says San Antonio deserves an expansion on sports. Again, this development is still just an idea, but we will keep a close eye on it and report with more findings. From Lakefront News, this is Joshua Alarcon reporting with...
Do you want to feel more safe on campus? Lakefront reporter with Alan Castro reports with more.
That's right, folks. The club here is called Muay Thai and Wrestling Club. It was brought to Our Lady of the Lake University for a free way for our students to learn about self-defense.
What makes this club special is the fact that there isn't another club like it on campus.
Gilbert Castro, along with his younger brother, have started a new organization. They wanted for it to be fun, but also for students on campus to learn protection and awareness.
And getting experience, and so we could keep teaching others what we know, and for self-defense, obviously, and it's fun.
Emilio Gutierrez is a member of the martial arts club, and he says that he believes everyone should protect themselves.
Argument, which is you could have a gun, you could have a knife, which, yeah, you can. Sometimes you won't, you know, and I wouldn't take that risk. I would teach my family to fight because I just don't want them to have that risk.
Gilbert Castro made this club due to leaving home, so he and his brother can continue doing martial arts and teach other students at the same time.
Our passion for continuing martial arts, for wanting to be active, and for you and I, so we could continue learning and gaining experience, and so we could keep teaching others what we know, and for self-defense, obviously, and it's fun.
Obviously, I want to take care of myself a lot better than I've been. Martial arts is one of the best ways to do it. It's cardio, it's strength training, it's power training, and yeah, it's just a really good thing to do.
Emilio Gutierrez states that martial arts will help to make people fit, healthy, and learn to protect themselves and others. You can find us on Instagram. Just go ahead and type down the name Muay Thai _wrestling_BJJ.club.
And there you have it, folks. This is Alan Castro, Lakefront reporter, and signing.
Thank you for tuning in to Lakefront News. Visit us online at lakefront.ollu.com.